I'm from South Africa, from a township called Soshanguve. I am in ICRISAT for only 4 months, working on establishing micro-entrepreneurship for women in seed banks. So my focus is mostly on women and seed banks, linking women to seed banks. So before coming here, I was not working. I was sitting at home. I used to work first as a cashier, but I had to leave my job because I wanted to pursue my dreams. My biggest dream is to change the way that women are struggling in my country, to empower them through agricultural practices. My plans is to activate the youth into the environmental sector, because the youth, they are more focused in the engineering, being a doctor and all of those sectors. But you don't find many youth in the agricultural sector. So I want to activate them and change their focus in focusing in agriculture. I've worked with the youth before, so I know the type of work that they think is cool and all that. So I would like to introduce them to the sectors that are available in the agricultural sector. It's because when we think of agriculture, we only think of farming. And even though there's farming, it can be done in a way that it's more interesting. But there are also sectors that are more interesting, that only if the youth could change their focus, they could find it more interesting. Because as much as there are researchers in being a doctor and pursuing research as a doctor, you can also pursue research, but in agriculture. I think the most important thing is to present agriculture to the youth as not something that is dull, but to put a more hip, if the youth use that, because the youth uses that word, to put a more hip side to agriculture. Because even now, the young people, when they think of agriculture, they only think of it as something that's done by old people. So if maybe they can just change the face of agriculture, more youth will be able to and more interested in studying and pursuing their studies in agriculture. The first thing that the government can start by doing is inserting programs in schools whereby young people can start learning agriculture from very young ages, because we do have geography, but we do not have agriculture, as in students studying plants and crops, like how do they benefit us and all those things. So I think implementing agricultural studies in primary schools, from primary schools, it would do wonders as they grow within the agricultural environment. My message to the youth is that as much as we need doctors to heal us, we still need researchers and scientists, so that we can overcome the challenges, the climatic challenges that we are currently facing. As much as they are interesting, there are also things that are interesting in the agricultural sector. As much as there are funds available for being a doctor, if we go out and we look for the information, we'll also be able to find funds in South Africa that are willing to fund us to pursue the career in agriculture.